Hiya, happy March, welcome to another monthly vlog. I am going to be talking about art and I'm going to be talking about writing, so feel free to use the video chapters if you want to skip around and only watch one or the other. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I'm challenging myself to do 12 monthly art challenges during 2021. And this month I am going to be studying anatomy. I started this course by Aaron Blaze in April, so about a year ago now. And at the time, I was really struggling with my thoracic outlet syndrome, which meant that I took the stupid decision to attempt to study anatomy with my left hand. Not my cleverest decision, I admit, but as a result of that, I really didn't enjoy the course the first time round, and I have been dreading getting back to it, even though I want to do it. I know the course is good, it's just that I wasn't in the right state of mind to do it with my left hand. So we're gonna be trying again, and I am using you as an accountability partner so that I don't sack off. So I have some notes for the first set of lessons already, but the plan here is that I'm going to be going through each of the video lessons, and then I'm going to be doing both digital tracing exercises to just try and really hone in on the details of the muscles. And then after that, I am going to be drawing each of the body parts in my sketchbook and practicing traditionally so that I can't trace. Now, I was hoping, because I've already done the first two lessons, that I would be able to do those in the span of a week, but I'm filming this on Saturday, which means that I started the challenge 5 days ago and I'm still on lesson 1, so clearly that didn't quite go as planned, but it's okay. At the start of the week, I also worked on 2 drawings to use as a benchmark for the end of the month. Hopefully I will have improved by then. And I did 2 of them this time round. One of them I used a reference image for, and the other one I didn't. I don't think I have tried to draw a human without using a reference in 3 years, so the results are slightly catastrophic, but if I actually study the muscles, I might be able to do better by the end of the month. I don't know, I'm so used to drawing from reference, I really want to get better at this, so. I've also already started working on my writing this week because I'm filming the intro so late. I'm currently working on my 3rd rewrite of my fantasy novel, and I am working on part 5 at the minute. I've been working on part 5 since the start of the year, and I'm really hoping that I will actually finish it this month. And I came really close last month. I went through and wrote all of the chapters for part 5, and then there was one of them that when I went back through for a sanity check, I realized I just didn't like it at all, so I started rewriting it. I've been rewriting it for the past 2 weeks, and I think yesterday I hit a point where I'm like almost happy with it. But I'm not gonna mark it in green yet because I want to run it past my critique partner first. But hopefully I should be able to finish that today, or at the very least this weekend, and then move on to the other chapters, which should just be a quick read through and make sure that they're fine and maybe do a couple of minor edits. I hope I don't end up rewriting any more of them. But before I get started on any art or writing today, I still need to do my bullet journal spread for March, which I am super excited about because I bought some stickers off my friend's Etsy shop and they're so cute, and I'm gonna use them in my bullet journal. Hiya, happy Friday. I just wanted to give you a quick little update. It's the end of the week. I've been working on part 5 for the entire week, and I finished rewriting chapter 32 over the weekend, which was Amazing. I did need to do a little bit of extra editing after I let Matt have a look, but it was mostly fine. It didn't take me very long. And then the other chapters, I didn't need to rewrite. Some of them needed more work than others, but none of them was like a complete scratch the entire chapter and start again. So we're good. I'm happy about that. Now I finished doing this on Wednesday and it's Friday today. And when I finished part 5, I told myself, because I was so excited to get started on part 6, that I wasn't allowed to start on part 6 until I figured out how to set up StreamYard. And as a result, I spent all of yesterday watercoloring instead. I still haven't figured out how to use StreamYard, and if you watched my last video, I am in fact going to be streaming on Sunday. That's in just 2 days. I still haven't figured out how streaming works. So figuring out streaming is the highest priority thing on my to-do list for today. And I also want to do some prep for the write-athon tomorrow, so like maybe some meal prep and, I don't know, make myself a schedule. How do you prefer for a write-athon? I also really want to avoid burning out over the weekend, because I have just had a full 5-day, 40-hour work week, plus all of my evening working. So I'm going to try and take the day off. That was the plan, but I was also planning on having StreamYard set up by now. So next up for this story, because I will be working on a separate story over the write-athon, would be to brainstorm part 6 and do like a detailed outline. So I have my basic plot points that I need to hit, but before I actually go into writing it, I need to separate that into chapters and figure out what the scenes are going to be a little bit more, which would be a great thing to do right now because I have just finished reading part 5. But clearly I timed this very, very badly because now I'm gonna work on a different story for the weekend and I'm hopefully not gonna forget this one altogether, but I might need to read it again. It's fine. In terms of the art challenge, I have fallen behind a little bit. I'm still on the lesson on hands and I'm really enjoying it. I really feel like I'm getting more out of it now that I'm paying my full attention to the calls and not the dexterity of my left hand. But it's still taking me forever to go through the lessons. So I'm not sure I'm actually gonna finish it this month. I'm still gonna try, but if I can't, this might be a 2-month challenge. I'll do my best.
Big word.
Dexterity?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm a writer. Hiya, happy Friday. It's been 5 days since the write-athon. I felt like it went really well. I had a lot of fun, but afterwards I feel like I've been having a bit of burnout. I haven't done any writing since Sunday, and that's fine. Like, I've been doing some art and some editing, which I was super behind on. But since it's the weekend, I do want to jump into some writing. Maybe later today, more likely tomorrow. And hopefully, like, that will go okay. If I feel like it's really not working, I'm probably just gonna stop. But I think I'm ready to jump into writing again. So the next thing that I need to do is brainstorm out part 6, because I have a vague idea of how I start and a vague idea of how I end, but I don't know what the actual chapters are, so I need to figure out which characters are gonna be having each part of the story in their POV and what exactly happens, like the details of everything. The other thing I want to do today is I have this little dinosaur is missing some spikes and it's the last one that I need to do before I can send them all out to my friends. So I want to hopefully finish him today, and that will give me a chance to catch up on YouTube videos. Well, that really didn't go to plan. I did most of the dinosaur while I was watching AutoTube primarily, and then I got really excited about writing again, which is good. So I did that. And I've just spent the past half an hour or so trying to figure out an approximate outline for part 6 before I move into the more detailed outline. The problem is, when I was working on part 5, I actually decided that I needed to add a couple of bits to part 6 because it felt a little bit rushed, which now means that part 6 is too long, up to the point where I had originally anticipated to end it. So long story short, I am trying to outline part 6 and I'm just trying to figure out where to end part 6 and what to move. Hiya, happy Saturday. I just have a couple of things that I want to update you on, starting with writing. So after attempting to outline part 6 yesterday, I realized that I basically need to outline the rest of the book in a bit more detail than I currently have, because I was just not really sure on what was happening anymore. I have a very clear idea on part 9, and I have a very clear idea on how part 6 starts, but everything in the middle was a bit wishy-washy. So I've just sat down and gone through all of my notes, because my outline was basically a mess of I could do this or that or this, and then like tree diagrams but in bullet point form of all of the different options that I had and where I should move things, and not an outline, a mess, basically. That's what I had. So there are still a couple of points that I'm gonna need to work out a little bit better, but I'm much clearer now on like what each of the parts actually entails, what the main plot bits are that I did sort of know happened. I was just a bit bleh on the order of them. And then I've actually been going into part 6 and laying out what chapters I'm gonna need and trying to choose what point of view character is gonna work best for each of these. So my progress this weekend has basically been a lot of note taking and brainstorming and going on long walks and just thinking about it, and I think we're getting somewhere. So the other part of this update relates to my art challenge. I've been feeling really behind on this, and I wanted to actually sit down and take a look at whether it's realistic to finish it this month. I have about 5 hours of actual course material left, which is likely to take me anywhere between 15 to 20 hours to actually go through. And then I have to do the tracing and sketching exercises, which take me about an hour each. So it's a total of 20 hours plus 5 for sketching and 5 for tracing, meaning 30 hours. I'm supposed to be doing half an hour a day, and it's the 20th of March. So while I could technically do 3 hours a day and finish it this month, I don't want to do that. So I'm not. But yeah, I'm currently doing the lesson on legs. So the plan for this is to finish legs this month and then jump into feet, torso, and just the entire figure next month. And then we can have the before and after comparison in the April vlog. It'll be fine. And because I no longer feel pressured to spend the entire day working on anatomy lessons, I'm gonna do some environment studies because I feel like it and I can. It's the final day of the month, which means I want to give you a quick update on how I did with things. So, art challenge. I am this close to finishing the lesson on legs. I will hopefully finish that after I wrap up this video, so still counting it as this month. And then I am not gonna actually be able to finish the course. I am expanding this challenge into next month, as I said, so we can look at the before and after comparison next month instead. But in the meantime, Aaron Blaze, the creator of this anatomy course, actually just put the entire course on for sale. So if you want to get it, I recommend you do it while it's on sale. I got it for $1 last year. I'm not sure if it's $1 now, slightly over, but you can check that out. And in terms of writing, I have finished brainstorming part 6 and outlining that out, and I am currently working on the first chapter of that. So I decided that I'm gonna have 6 chapters. I'm not actually clear on this 100%. The final 2 chapters might combine into one depending on how long they are, because they are both from the same person. But in terms of my accomplishments this month overall, I have written 1 chapter in part 5 and almost 1 chapter in part 6. So I feel like that's not very good, but hopefully I will do a lot better next month. I also added another tiny little dinosaur to my collection. I will be sending these to my friends at some point. I'm finding it difficult to get rid of them. But yeah, that's everything from me for now. I hope that you had a lovely March and that you will have a lovely April, and I will see you soon in another video. Have a lovely day. Bye.